welcome to Clash of the Dice. I'm James.
I'm Joshua.
And we're continuing our Age of Sigmar Skirmish campaign. This is episode 3, and we're going to see how much further Dwambor can get with his band of Kharadron Overlords survivors from the Sky Vessel crash. So far, they've survived an ambush in the wilderness, in the breaking of the dawn. They've managed to get some supplies, and now they've got to make their way through a rocky canyon, only to find their way barred by the Khorne Bloodbound warband.
Hello, that's us.
The baddies.
Hey, we're not the baddies, you're the baddies. Khorne told us you were the baddies.
Well, Khorne's wrong.
No, he's right. You're wrong.
Let's go on to the warbands and see how we get on. Dwambor has managed to find some more survivors from the Sky Vessel crash. He's come across 3 more Thunderers. We've got a Deck Sweeper, an Etheric Fumigator, or Ethematic Fumigator, otherwise known as the Fart Squirter, because it's kind of a scaled down version of the big fart gun. There's D3 shots rather than 3 D6 shots. And another one with the ether shot rifle. Just to remind everybody, Dwambor has got the Inspirational Fighter command ability, which is rerolling hit rolls of 1, and then his regular artifact of power is the Blessed Amulet, which gives him +1 wound, and for this battle only he has also got the Oblivion Charm, so if he is slain in battle, we roll a dice for each enemy model within 3 inches before removing him, and then on a roll of 4 or more, the model being rolled for suffers a mortal wound. So that's my starting warband for this particular level, this particular episode of the Skirmish campaign.
Okay. My army has now got some demons in it. I now have 4 bloodletters added onto my army to join Farrell and his quest to thwart the Kharadron Overlords. He's still got the command ability Merciless Killer, which is where I get +1 to wound rolls, and he's still got the Soul Silver Blade, which is on his Blood Whip, which means he can re-roll failed wound rolls for that automatically.
Yeah. Something we forgot to do last time was the renown value of the Kharadron Overlords is more than the Khorne Bloodbound. So what we should have done, Joshua should have had a re-roll in his last game, and he should get a re-roll in this game, because it's less than 10, the difference in the renown. So what I've generously done is I've allowed him to have 2 re-rolls in this coming game to make up for it. So our intrepid band of Kharadron Overlords have made their way to the end of a canyon. They've got the goods with them that they managed to scavenge from the village after the previous game, and they picked up a couple of extra Thunderers along the way. Well, 3 more Thunderers along the way. But as they near the end of the canyon, they hear sounds in the distance. They hear slurping and growling and chomping, and they sense that there is a bloodbound warband barring their exit from the canyon. So this scenario is the fragile cargo scenario, and victory conditions are rather confusing. So if either warband completely wipes out the other, then you get a major victory. The bearers of the cargo, if they manage to get the cargo off the other table edge, then they get a major victory. If we manage to get the cargo into the deployment zone, which stretches 6 inches in all the way along that edge, then I get a minor victory. If the cargo ends up in the Khorne Bloodbound deployment zone without a bearer, so I get the cargo into there and Joshua then kills the bearer, then Joshua gets a minor victory. If the cargo gets left anywhere else on the battlefield with no bearer at the end of the game, then Joshua gets a major victory, and the battle will last for 6 rounds unless one of the opposing warbands gets wiped out. So those are the victory conditions. I get to choose, as the guard, I get to choose whether to take the first turn or not, and I think I'm going to elect to go second. We should mention that the bearer of the treasure, the cargo, the bearer can move normally and shoot normally, but it cannot run and it cannot charge. But other than that, it can move normally and shoot normally. Now, this great big lump of line of sight blocking terrain was put there. I wanted to just have a straightforward, nice open battlefield, but Joshua didn't want to get shot to pieces on the first turn, so he insisted we had a nice big lump of rock in the way. So that's why there is a really great big lump of rock in the middle of the canyon.
I've literally just done some movement, nothing in the hero phase. Everyone has moved their full movement just to form a little operation down the sides of the mountain, waiting for the invasion from the Kharadron Overlords. So we've just made a little set up to end up flanking from each side. And there's nothing else I can do my turn, so straight to Battle Shock, because there's no shooting, no attacking. Battle Shock, nothing happens, so that's the end of my turn. And it's on to Kharadron Overlords, turn 1.
The Kharadron Overlords have shuffled over to the left. The cargo bearer has moved his full movement over to the left, and you can now just about draw a bead on these 3 nearest Blood Reavers. The Blood Reaver Chieftain is out of range, and the Blood Letters are out of line of sight. And of course the Chaos Champion over there, he's definitely out of range. So we're now going to put some shots into those Blood Reavers. The Sky Warden with the volley gun is within the buff from the Ether Chemist, which gives him an extra shot, but he's out of range for using the command ability of re-rolling hit rolls of 1. So nothing happened in the command phase. Let's move on to the shooting phase. And the way we're going to split this is 3 shots. He's got 7 in total, 6 plus 1. 3 are going to go into the nearest Blood Reaver, 2 into the next one, and 2 into the next one along. First 3 shots going into the first Blood Reaver. That's 3 shots, hitting on 4s, winning on 4s. It'll be -1 rend, so he won't get a save, because he's got a save of 6. That's 1 gets through.
You need a 4.
Need a 4 to wound. That's a dead Blood Reaver. Next Blood Reaver, only 2 shots this time. 4s and 4s. 2 hit. 2 wound. And finally, 2 hit. No wounds. I was hoping to have taken all 3 out, because then there's a chance that he would have failed morale and more would have run away. But at least I've taken away the nearest threat. There's going to be no charge phase, because nobody's in charge phase, so no combat, and you'll automatically pass your bravery test, your battle shock test, because you've got bravery 8.
Yep, bravery 8, literally just checked.
So there's going to be no battle shock to take, but at least I've taken out 2 models. So what we now need to roll off. See who goes first next turn. You win ties, but I really want the double turn. Try and take out some more of those threats. 3. I've got 50-50 chance of getting a double turn. No! Well, actually, you now get to choose. Do you want me to have a double turn, or do you want to take the next turn?
I want to go first.
You want to go first, okay. So we're moving on to Khorne Bloodbound, turn 2.
Okay, movement is done. Most of them ran, some didn't, and formulated a line to protect the Bloodstoker. They're all trying to get towards the little guy with the treasure. Not much else has happened. Can't charge, can't fight, can't do anything else. So, on to Kharadron Overlords, turn 2.
Hero phase, the Ether Chemist has used his command ability for re-rolling hit rolls of 1. He's also used his Ether Chemist ability, and I have selected the Ether Shot Volley Guns to have an extra shot each. So that will be both the Sky Warden and this Arcanaut, because they've both got Ether Shot Volley Guns. Now, it's a weapon type, and even though these two are slightly different, so this one's got a range of 18, this one's got a range of 24, they're still both Ether Shot Volley Guns, so they both get an extra shot. We've done the movement phase. Again, everybody's shuffled over slightly. The guys with the shorter range weapons have moved over, and the Ether Chemist and the Thunderer with the Fart Squirter have moved a little bit closer, so that both of these guys are in range. And we're going to go on to the shooting phase now. We'll start with the Thunderer with the Fart Squirter. This is D3 shots going into this Blood Reaver. So D3, 2 shots. Now this is going to hit on 3s and wound on 2s. It's a nasty gun, and it's -1 rend, so you won't get save. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits, wounding on 2s. 1 wound. Blood Reaver taken out. Moving on to the Ether Chemist. He is going to pump his fart gun into the Bloodletter. So that's 3d6 shots. That's 6. This Bloodletter is going to think he's come up against Nurgle. All this fart gas floating around. Right, let me grab some more dice and we'll see how many hit and how many wound. Fart gun into Bloodletter. Hit on 4s. Rerolling 1s. 2 1s there. Okay, 4 wounds, wounding on 4s, and this is a -2 rend, so he won't get save either. That's 2 hits. He dies a very smelly, gassy death. So now, this Thunderer with his Ether Shot gun, Ether Shot rifle, is going into the next nearest Bloodletter. 2 shots, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. 2 hits, wounding on 4s. 1 wound, -1, so you get 6 up save.
No.
Nope. And now, the only thing left in range, or with targets in range, is the Cargo Bearer with his volley gun. Now, I gave all the volley guns +1 attack, so we've now got 7 shots, and we're going to split that 4 shots into the Bloodletter champion, the one with the golden horns, and then 3 shots into Garrick, the Blood Reaver's chieftain. So, 4 shots, hit on 4s. Ooh, that's bad. Wounding on 4s. That's a wound. -1 rend.
Only 6.
1 damage. And then 3 shots going into Garrick. Hit on 4s. 3 hit. Wounding on 4s. 1 wound. No rend -1, so no save. So far, so good. On to, there's going to be no charge phase, no combat phase, battle shock phase. How many did I just kill? Is it 5?
5, yeah.
So battle shock.
I'm going to need a 6. No, 6 if I...
No, if you roll a 6, you're in trouble.
No, if I roll a 6, I'm in trouble.
So roll the dice, add 5 to it,
Yeah.
and see how much that is greater than 8. If it isn't all. 3.
It's equal to 8.
So nobody runs. Okay. Roll off for the next turn. 1. 3. So, do you want to go...
I want to go first!
Okay. On to Khorne Bloodbound, turn 3. That might not have been the best idea. You might want to let me come a bit closer to you.
True. Change my mind.
You want me to go first?
I can change my mind.
Are you sure? Because that means I can then shoot even more guys. So
You can go first.
you want me to go first? Okay, I get double turn. Awesome.
You
Right.
can. You move 4.
So on to Kharadron Overlords, turn 3. Are you sure?
Yes.
You don't want to go first?
Stop questioning me.
Right, Kharadron Overlords, turn 3, coming up. Hero phase, the Ether Chemist activated his command ability again for rerolling hit rolls with 1. And his Ether Chemist ability, again, +1 shots to all of the Ether Shot volley guns. So, the Warden and the Arcanaut. Other than that, everybody shuffled forward ever so slightly in the movement phase. Now, I'm very much playing this as a game of Blood Bowl. And as we all know, with dwarves, when you've got Blood Bowl, playing Blood Bowl, a dwarf has got the ball, you form a screen around him and you slowly trudge towards the end zone. So that's the way I'm playing this anyway. On to the shooting phase. Not a lot can shoot at the moment, but yeah, let's pick some targets and roll some dice. The only target in range of anybody is the Sky Warden can target. He's got a nice clear bead on the Bloodstoker. He could target the Blood Warrior Chaos Champion next to him, but he's going to go for the Bloodstoker, seeing it's a nice clear line of sight. So that'll be 7 shots going into the Bloodstoker. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. Rerolling 1s. So that's 4 hits. Wounding on 4s. That's 3 wounds. -1 rend, so you're on 5 at saves. You do have 2 rerolls. So that's 1 save.
I think
you're going to use...
Just reroll 1.
Okay, so that takes 1 wound.
No, that wasn't a save.
Oh, it takes 2 wounds. Awesome. So how many wounds has he got?
5.
5 left, or 5 in total?
5 in total.
So he's lost 2, so he's down to 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So no battle shock to take.
No.
The Khorne Bloodbound have moved round, and I should say that the Bloodstoker activated his ability so that somebody within 6 inches of him, or is it 8 inches, can
8 inches.
add 3 onto their charge roll, and some of the Bloodbound are now within 12 inches of some of the Kharadron Overlords. So let's move on to the charge phase. Who's declaring a charge first? Guy at the front?
Go at the front.
Who's got the +3 ability?
I'm going to say Sayek. Guy with the big axe.
He gets +3 to his charge.
Yep.
So he needs to kind of hope that the guy in front of him gets out of his way. Otherwise, that's going to be a waste.
So, anyway, charging with him.
Roll the dice, see how far he gets.
5.
That's not very far.
No, that isn't.
That won't get him into into combat. So now the next guy really needs a decent charge. So you need a 10-inch charge with that guy. That's not so good. So now that guy can't make it anyway because he's got a guy in his way. Right. So all of your charges failed. There's going to be no combat, no battle shock. Rolling off for the next turn.
Come on, I need this next turn.
You do.
Oh, what?
Looks like you're not going to get it because I win ties. Kharadron Overlords, turn 4, coming up. The cargo bearer has leapt up onto this rocky outcrop trying to keep his distance from the bad guys. Everybody else has moved forwards in an effort to try and draw the attention of the Bloodbound. The Ether Chemist has used his command ability for re-rolling 1s, and he's going to give the +1 attacks to the 2 etheric rifles. So let's move on to the shooting phase. Fart Squirter is going to take a shot at the nearest Blood Reaver. That's D3 shots. For 2 shots, hitting on 3s. Both miss, re-rolling a 1. That's a hit, wounding on 2s. That's a wound, so that's a dead Blood Reaver. The big fart gun, 3d6 shots, all of them going into that Blood Warrior. That's a lot of shots. That's 15 shots. I'm going to need more dice. So the fart gun wounded 5 times, and only 2 saves were made, so the Blood Warrior is gone. Deck Sweeper is going to take his first shots of the battle. So that's d6 shots going into the Chaos Warrior. d6 shots, 1. Okay, hit on 4s. That's a hit. Wounding on 4s. That's a wound, -1 rend.
Saving on 5.
No, so that's 1 wound. So he's got 1 wound left. 2 wounds for Chaos Warrior?
Yep.
Yeah, so 1 wound left. So we'll move on to the Arcanaut. 2 pistol shots going into the Chaos Warrior. Hit on 4s. 2 wound. Wounding on 4s. Ooh. No wounds. Gunnery Sergeant is going to fire all 5 of his shots into that wounded Chaos Champion. Hit on 4s, wounding on 4s. Re-rolling 1s. So that's 3 hits, wounding on 4s. 2 wounds, -1. 5 saves. Ooh, both successful. Right, the Arcanaut Volley Gun going into this Blood Reaver. 6 shots, hitting on 5s. Re-rolling 1s. And as is normal, 1 got through. Wounding on 4s. That's a wound. That's dead Blood Reaver. So the final Thunderer is going to put his 3 shots into the wounded Chaos Champion, see if we can finish him off. Hit on 4s, re-rolling 1s, that's 2 hits, 2 wounds. No wounds. No saves required. So now finally the Cargo Bearer is going to put all 6 of his volley gun shots into the wounded Bloodstoker. See if we can finish him off. Hit on 4s. Rerolling. Oh no, he's outside of the rerolling bubble. So that will be to get through. That's not enough to kill him, is it?
No.
2 wounds. 5 up saves. Makes them both. Finally, you catch a break. So how many did I take out?
3.
3. So yeah, that should be enough to on a 6. 1 runs away. Who's running? Blood Reaver's running. So that leaves you a Bloodstoker, a Bloodletter, and a Wounded Chaos Champion. So on to Khorne Bloodbound, turn 4. The remaining Dross have moved forwards and they're well within charge range now, and the Bloodstoker has run over towards the deployment zone, trying to intercept the cargo carrier. Now we should note that Joshua used his last reroll on that, and he changed it from a 1 to a 6. So yeah, that's all of his rerolls gone. On to the charge phase. Who's charging first?
Bloodletter.
Bloodletter's charging first.
He needs a 5 to get into range of to charge into him.
7?
Yep. So a 7 should get him just about round here.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
And then charging with him, he needs about a 6.
Yeah, and you want to position him so he's more than 3 inches away from the fart squirter, because he's always going to be -1 attack from the fart gun.
We've got 10.
Yep, so that should be fine. He's within half an inch of both of those, so he can split his attacks or choose to have a go with both.
Okay.
So, combat phase. You finally get to hit something!
Yes, starting with the new toy, the Bloodletter.
Bloodletter.
So I only get 1 attack with this weapon. It's a 4 to hit.
And 6s do mortal wounds. Ooh, that's
No.
a miss. So then 2 attacks from your Chaos Champion.
No, because you get to attack next.
Oh yeah, quite true. In that case, we'll do the Arcanaut with, I think it's 1 attack with his cutter. I'll just have to check. Yep, hit 1 attack, hitting on 4s, winning on 4s, and that's a miss.
Okay.
Although I can re-roll hit rolls of 1 until my next hero phase, can't I?
Yeah, pretty sure it is.
It's until your next hero phase with the command ability, so I can re-roll a hit roll of 1. So that's a hit, winning on a 4. That's not a wound though. So that was a waste of everybody's time. So now you get to attack with your Chaos Champion.
Yep, and we're attacking against the
Arcanaut.
Yeah, the little Arcanaut. So that is Gorax's 3 attacks.
-1 because you're within 3 inches of my Ether Chemist with his smelly farts.
Oh yeah, that just... So 2 attacks. 3's to wound. No, 3's to hit. 4's to wound.
1 wound.
No rend.
No rend, so I get a 5 up save, which he fails.
1 damage.
So he's taken out. The Arcanaut's gone. Your blood warriors finally got some blood for the blood god.
And everything else is just staying.
Okay, so I would automatically pass my bravery, my
I might
battle
not.
shock.
Nah, I'm fine.
You didn't lose anybody, did you?
Oh, did I? No, I didn't. Because it's my turn.
Well, I can still kill things in your turn, but that's... yeah, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Because these guys suck in melee combat.
So, rolling for the next turn. Yeah, don't think I'm going first.
Kind of need this, but I kind of don't.
Yeah, you'll definitely get the option.
I want to go first.
You want to go first. So, on to Khorne Bloodbound, turn 5. So Joshua's decided to keep everybody still, and he's just going to go straight into the combat phase, starting with the Bloodletter. Onto this Thunderer with the Deck Sweeper.
Okay.
So that'll be 1 attack.
Yep, 1 attack needing 4s.
That's a miss.
It is indeed.
Chaos Warrior.
Can he not do melee?
Oh no, I got a melee, don't yeah. Thunderer is hitting back with the butt of his Deck Sweeper, hitting on 4s, winning on 5s, re-rolling 1s. He misses.
Okay. 3 attacks.
Chaos Champion. Well, -1 because
-1.
you're within
2
3
attacks.
inches of a fart gun.
Needing 4s.
Both miss. No battle shock to take.
Wait. He's got a pair of Goraxes. We decided he's wearing a pair of Goraxes, and we got a bit confused with his model, so we decided to give him a pair of Goraxes, or the effect of a pair of Goraxes, which means I can re-roll 1s. So that hits. Okay, 3 to wound. Yep.
That's a wound.
No rend.
No rend, so a 5 up save. Nope, that's a fail. So he takes 1 damage.
Yep.
Oops.
Yeah.
So now I can choose to pile in and attack somebody else if I want to, and I don't want to.
Okay. I'm going to stay here waiting for you. Dude.
So, Battle Shock. Did you kill anybody in that? You definitely killed one. Did you kill the Archanaut in that turn?
Yeah.
You did?
No, you didn't. No, I didn't. That was last time.
Okay, so I would automatically pass Battle Shock on to Kharadron Overlords, turn 5. The Ether Chemist is still locked up in combat, technically, but he can still shoot at the target that he's in combat with. So he shuffled forward slightly and ended up still closer to the Chaos Champion. Everybody else has moved forwards, and the Cargo Bearer has launched himself forwards as far as he can go. He's not quite within the 6-inch deployment zone, but now we need to rely on the shooting to take out that Bloodstoker. In the hero phase, the Ether Chemist used his command ability again for rerolling hit rolls of 1, and he's given extra shots to the 2 Ether Shot rifles. So into the shooting phase, we'll start with the Ether Chemist because he's in combat with the Chaos Champion. So that'll be 3d6 shots on the Fart Gun, and that is just 7 this time. So this will be -2 rend, so you get 6 up saves.
Yep.
Hit on 4s, re-rolling 1s. So that is 4 hits, wounding on 4s, and that is 2 wounds, 2 6-up saves.
I've gotten 2 6s before. I can't do it this time.
Not this time, so that's the Chaos Champion gone. Right. Gunnery Sergeant, 5 shots into the Bloodstoker. Actually, scratch that. Volley Gun, 6 shots into the Bloodstoker. Hit on 4s. He's outside of the re-rolling 1 bubble, so that is 3 hit. Wounding on 4s. That's 2 wounds. -1 rend. 5 ups.
2 dice on 5s. No.
So that's another 2 wounds off him. He's got 1 wound left. Right. Fart Squirter. D6 shots. Sorry, D3 shots. 3 shots. Hitting on 3s. Maybe I should have fired this one first. That's 2 hits. Oh, re-rolling 1s. 3 hits. Wounding on 2s. That is 3 wounds at -2. No, sorry, -1.
Okay, and 5. I
Fives.
need all of these to be 5 plus. No, one of them!
So that's your Bloodstoker dead. And now I just need the Gunnery Sergeant to get 1 wound through on this Bloodletter and for him to fail the save. So 5 shots, hit on 5s, sorry, hit on 4s, wounding on 4s, 3 wounds, needing 6s. Nope, dead Bloodletter. So with the last of the Bloodbound gone, that is a major victory for the Kharadron Overlords, and they are able to continue their journey without further hindrance out of the canyon. For the rewards of battle, I got either a lucky trinket, sorry, fortuitous trinket, which would allow my general to re-roll 1 die roll in the next battle, or I could go for extra renown, and I've gone for extra renown. So with the leftovers from the previous battle, plus my 10 for this major victory, and I rolled 2 more renown, I've now got 14 renown to spend on more reinforcements for the next game. And Joshua rolled, what was it? The Healing Elixir. So in one of your hero phases in the next battle, you can heal D3 mortal wounds from your general for the next game. There we go. Dwambur managed to escape with the cargo, or rather Skywarden did. But yeah, Blood Bowl tactics worked. Cargo carrier becomes the bull carrier, form a line around him, slowly grind your way up the field, shooting stuff as you go.
Farrell tripped over his whip multiple times there. He didn't do too good.
Well, to be fair, I think there were a few tactical errors you made. First thing was
I put the mountain
putting
in
a
the
mountain
way.
in my way, thinking that would stop me shooting you. Yeah, so that was your idea to put the mountain there, and I thought, well, that's actually plays in my favour, because I could just hop the Sky Warden up on top of the mountain, but then I remembered you guys can actually climb mountains as well. So
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I just tried to do the whole ball game thing, and that worked. So going into the next episode,
Yes.
I have the advantage again in renown and model count. Well, not model count. You still way outnumber me. But
yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start winning some games. I'm gonna have to start losing some games because I'm running out of Kharadron Overlords, and I don't particularly want to have to buy more models. But I think I'm gonna have to. I might have to buy myself some Arcanauts or something like that. Yeah, either that or start saving for the big expensive models like the Admiral. I've got an Admiral, and the Engine Master that came with the starter set. Annoyingly, you can't take a gun hauler. It'd be nice to have a gun hauler. Yeah, I think a gun hauler would have been good. So, but yeah, we're just using the Skirmish book rather than using the Skirmish Wolf Scroll builder that you can get on the website. So yeah, can't take a gun hauler, which is annoying. There's a lot of restrictions if you just use the book. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, please continue to like,
Comment,
and subscribe, and God bless.